Alrighty, let's move on to this. And man, oh man, this Bengals team, folks. Ja'Marr Chase, especially, he has just been pretty much floundering. I mean, I would say he is floundering right now, dropping pass after pass after pass. We just saw him in preseason game number 1. The only pass that he got was a screen pass. That's nothing truly impressive to us. Then in preseason game number 2, he had 3 targets, all kind of really, wide open in the NFL. That is open in the NFL, his passing attempts, and he dropped every single one, just slants going over the middle of the field. A little hesitant to catch that. And then we get in practice yesterday, because his preseason game was on Saturday. They practiced Sunday, and he was still dropping balls in practice. And we're going to talk about those in a minute. But, Ja'Marr Chase, first wide receiver taken in this year's draft. We were hesitant on Ja'Marr Chase all, pre-draft, leading up to the draft, because he didn't play in 2020. Folks, he opted out because of COVID in college, and now he's a year off of football in the NFL, which is definitely hugely different than the college system. The speed is way faster. Just the overall, you're playing with grown men now, and now Ja'Marr Chase is floundering big time, 1 year removed, and can't get back to what he was doing. Only really kind of 1 year at LSU. He emerged for 1 real year and really took the league by storm, but that's why we were hesitant on him, just because why are we going to believe in Ja'Marr Chase, who did something good 1 season and then opted out in 2020, or do we go with Devontae Smith, who's been in Alabama for 4 years and all that? So we're kind of seeing what happens when you're a year removed from football, folks. Ja'Marr Chase struggling with drops after drops after drops, but his team is not, quote, down on Ja'Marr Chase despite him struggling with drops. So let's go into this article right here and see what his team is saying about him, that they're, not worried about it. Why aren't you worried? I would be truly worried. This is the wide receiver position. Your one job is to catch the ball. And when you're not catching the ball, this should be cause for concern, folks. So, we talk about catch percentage here, folks, on the show, and Ja'Marr Chase is at like 0% catch percentage over his first 2 preseason games. Or he caught 1 pass, so I guess it's like 20%. But that's not good. That's not even close to being good, folks. So, let's see why the Bengals aren't worried, and maybe why they should be. So here we go. When the Cincinnati Bengals drafted LSU receiver Ja'Marr Chase with the number 5 overall pick, there were plenty of questions ranging from his fit in the offense to whether or not Cincy should have selected an offensive lineman. However, one question no one at the time was asking was about the rookie's ability to simply catch the ball. That is true. Nobody talked about his catching abilities. Everyone was, gushing about how well this man was getting open and how easy it was for him to create separation, to kind of get 3, 4, 5 yards of separation between him and the defender, and then, it's lights out from there. Nobody was saying, oh, this man is not going to be able to catch the ball. You don't take a wide receiver 5th overall if you think he can't catch the ball, folks. After several weeks of training camp and 2 preseason tilts, the drops are all on anyone. The drops are all anyone in Cincinnati can talk about now. Chase flubbed all 3 of his targets in Friday's 17-13 preseason loss to Washington. It seemed as though the rookie was fighting the ball. Ahead of Sunday's practice, Coach Zach Taylor was asked if Chase's confidence might be wavering. Yeah, I would say so. But let's see what head coach Zach Taylor has to say about it. It says, quote, I don't think he's short on confidence. That's a good thing. Guys are building him up. Just talking to Tyler Boyd and all these guys all struggled with coming in as a rookie. The expectations are so high that you expect him to be a star right out of the gate. But it takes work. You got to put in the work. That consistently comes over time, and by no means are we down on Ja'Marr. He's just going through some of the things rookies go through in training camp, and we expect him to improve over the course of the week. Now, I do agree with that, that rookies do have struggles, but I mean, if you're a top 10 pick, you really aren't expected to be struggling that much. If you are a top 10 pick in a draft, you are truly expected to step up and be a starter year one, rookie year. In Ja'Marr Chase, he's going to be a starter regardless if he's dropping balls or not, just because he does have some, I guess we haven't really seen him. I mean, once again, we haven't seen Ja'Marr Chase in a year, and we haven't seen him in the NFL system. So once again, that great speed and athleticism and separation that, he was kind of goated for in college, we're still not even seeing that. We just broke this man down yesterday on the show when we were breaking down the Bengals game. But I mean, folks, he's doing nothing, getting bottled up and dropping wide open targets, slants, folks. These are 5-yard slant routes over the middle that he's dropping. These aren't, 50-yard bombs, double cover down the field, streak routes, fade routes that he's just dropping because the defense is surrounded by him. No, this is wide open, folks. Wide open over the middle of the field, and he's dropping the ball. Timid, doesn't seem like he wants to get hit. And, nobody wants to get hit, obviously, but there are wide receivers that will sacrifice their body going up over the middle. I mean, folks, we just watched a clip of Simi Fehoko, the wide receiver for the Cowboys that we are keeping an eye on, and he went over kind of the middle in his preseason game against the Cardinals, jumping up, sacrificing his body, exposing his midsection to a defender that, was barreling down right as he made the catch. And little old fragile Ja'Marr Chase out here doesn't want to do the same. You were taken 5th. Simi Fehoko was taken in the 4th round, man. So this isn't good, folks, especially when you've got a very, very young team. This is a young Bengals team with a young second-year quarterback coming off of an injury. He needs his wide receivers to really step it up big time so Joe Burrow doesn't have to kind of do it all himself. He can kind of, lessen his kind of overall workload if the receivers step up big time, and that's not what we're getting from Ja'Marr Chase. So maybe now Joe Burrow tries to do too much and then he gets himself re-injured here. So everything has an effect, and if Ja'Marr Chase isn't playing as well as he's kind of projected or just playing good, like this is not even good, folks. Like, forget about the rookie judgment, anything like that. This is not even good football that he's playing, folks. So we'll see if he can step it up. They're not worried about it. Maybe you should be, but because it hasn't been changing, folks. This has been going on for like 3 weeks. This isn't kind of a out of the blue narrative that came out of nowhere. This is 3 full weeks now with evidence, time and time after, again and again and again and again. I mean, there's plenty of evidence to be had, folks. It's not like we're all making this stuff up or just kind of looking way too deep into things. It's right in plain sight for us, and we're breaking it down, and it's not looking good at all. I would be truly concerned if I was the Bengals, if I was Zach Taylor. Damn, I'd be like, yeah, I'm thinking about trading him. Honestly, I think we will trade him if he doesn't do good in practice today. I'm trading him right now. I think I would go that extreme, folks. So let's finish up this article right here. Anything else good in here? After Chase sat out the entire 2020 collegiate season, it shouldn't come as a total surprise that he's going through struggles as he knocks off the rust at the NFL level. Exactly what we said, folks. Exactly our one knock on this man right there said, folks. We are not crazy. We know what we're talking about. You miss a year of football, you're going to be a little rusty. Tim Tebow missed 9 years, and y'all expected that man to be good. I don't know. I don't know about y'all sometimes, folks. All right, what else do we get here? We've only been privy to the negatives regarding the rookie receiver, from reports of a lack of separation during camp practices to the drops Friday. Chase again reportedly dropped 2 more passes during Sunday's practice, and we do have that as well. We are going to be looking at that. We have the video of that. It's not just kind of anecdotes and what people are seeing and what people are saying. We are going to watch it ourselves, including one that hit him right in the hands, exasperating the consternation surrounding the first-round pick. Earlier this month, Chase downplayed his issues, noting that, quote, Rome wasn't built in a day. Since then, he keeps dropping the stones, which he which I think that should say with which he should have been building that proverbial empire. So struggling big time. So now that we've said it, let's see it here. Let's see Ja'Marr Chase in practice. This was the day after him dropping all those balls in the preseason game. Here he is dropping another one that hits him right in the hands. And then it's a pick. It's a pick because it hits him in the hands. He can't hold on to it. And then it just falls right into the defender's hands, because when you tip a ball, when you're about to catch the ball, you slow it down and you pop it up, and it just, kind of, flounders out of your hands. It's flopping in the air, and it's right in kind of the same eye line, the eye level of the defender, right into his hands. So once again, folks, it's just Ja'Marr Chase is truly, truly struggling out here. We need him to fix this as soon as possible. But once again, it's Ja'Marr Chase. They're not even in full pads, and he's still a little timid going over the middle. There's two defenders right on him, folks, and he's still dropping the ball, not being secure in his catch, and there's no even threat of getting lit up here, folks, because they're not in full pads. You're not going to get hit in practice with no pads on, folks. That will get you thrown out of practice. That could potentially even get you cut from the team. If you're not kind of a main guy. But, I mean, going over the middle and just unpadded practice, he is still being timid, folks. He doesn't want to get hit. I can't blame him, but, I mean, this is what you signed up for. You have to kind of be strong over the middle. And if you're not being strong over the middle, you're not going to get any playing time. That's what you get paid the big bucks for. It's not all just kind of, comeback routes and out routes. Sometimes you got to be double covered over the middle, safety barreling down on you. Sometimes your quarterback doesn't put the ball in the exact location it needs to be, so you get touched 0%. Sometimes the ball is very poorly thrown, or the ball just has to be thrown like that because the quarterback just needs to get rid of it quickly. So you got to sacrifice your body, and Ja'Marr Chase isn't doing that. Rookie not doing that. 1 year removed rookie from football not doing that. Not really promising out here. So we'll definitely keep an eye on Ja'Marr Chase this week in practice to see if anything clears up. Definitely will watch this man truly under a microscope in preseason game number 3, because that's kind of the final dress rehearsal. No more fourth preseason game. It's cut down to 3. Less time to kind of get acclimated to a game type scenario, but you better hope that you got it down in preseason game number 3 heading into week number 1, where it all starts to count 100%. There's no, this is, we got next week. Next week is the true start. No. This is the start of it. We all keep score. We all keep stats from this point on. Put up or shut up, sink or swim, rise with the men in this league, or fall with the other young rookies out here, the other men that aren't getting it done. So let's see what he does out here, folks. But I would be truly concerned if I was a Bengals fan. Honestly, this is concerning to me. All right, so Ja'Marr Chase struggling mightily, folks, mightily.